Am I the a-hole for disinviting my maid of honor, 28 female, from the wedding? My friend M and I have been friends for a while. I got engaged last year and I am currently wedding planning. A discussion we had joking around about past lives basically spiraled over a few weeks. I had also expressed about wanting to find my half-brother who was given away in a closed adoption. We decided to jointly explore our family histories and it was fun until I found out I am a direct descendant of Richard Mather, father to increase, and grandfather of Cotton Mather. My lineage is through Timothy and his son Samuel. For those who don't know, they were prominent ministers and had a big hand in the Salem witch trials. In fact, Cotton is 100% a huge reason why Georgia Burroughs got hung. Not to mention, they owned POC. It's actually not a very pleasant history, and I wanted to forget I knew that. However, she started making a huge deal. Your family are slave owners? How can you be fine with that lineage? To which my response was, I am not cool with it. I actually think it's horrible and I'm glad I was separated by 10 plus generations. But I obviously didn't choose my family. She started making comments if I said I wanted something a certain way in the wedding planning, she was a maid of honor, that those Puritan genes are in there, or carefully she will burn you at the stake. I, of course, pulled her aside after, literally, weeks of comments and said I wasn't comfortable with this. She fired back that it was I get for condoning it. I said I absolutely in no way condoned anything my family did, literally centuries ago, but if she kept on about it, she wouldn't be part of my wedding. For which she said I was entitled exactly like them, and I told her I was officially disinviting her from the wedding. My mom said that we should have never done it together. She didn't know about the history, which I agree, but she says I went too far in disinviting her. My fiance says she's the a-hole. Am I the a-hole? Edit for atrocious spelling and grammar. Top comments. Here's a comment from Seek and Man. You don't pick your lineage, and anyone who says their family tree doesn't have a few skeletons hanging from a branch or two didn't look hard enough. Not the a-hole. Here's another comment from Adventurous Spain 368. My family tree can be traced to the Saxon invasion of Scotland. You bet your ass my family tree owned slaves, raped, stole, murdered. I know what they did was wrong, but I can change history. All I can do is be better moving forward. Every family has skeletons in their family tree. Some are more public than others. Depends on if a historical event was created out of it. Your ex-friend either had major issues with you before this and used your family heritage against you, or she misunderstands that who your dead relatives are does not define you as a person here and now. It's not like you can go dig up Gramps and make him give a public apology for his misogynist religious views of the 18th century. Not the a-hole. Here's another comment from Pudu Sku. How can you be fine with that lineage? What kind of question is that? There is literally nothing you can do about something that happened centuries ago. Sounds like the bride acknowledges her family tree and doesn't condone what happened, and that's about all she can do. Here's another comment from Pammy Head. Me too. On the one hand, we have the looting, murdering, and pillaging. On the other, we have progressive views on women's equality and excellent hygiene. Gotta take the good with the bad. Next story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to babysit my stepdaughter so my husband can attend his brother's wedding? This story is a little complicated, so I'll try and sum it up. I, 26, and my husband, 33, have been married for 5 years. 3 years ago, he had an affair with Jane, 31, and we are part of a large friend group and Jane is a part of that friend group. Their affair lasted a few months and then ended when he came to me and tell me that she was pregnant. She wanted to keep the baby, but he was sorry and wanted things to work between us. After a short separation and a lot of counseling, I decided to give him a second chance under 2 conditions. 1, we attend couples counseling, and 2, he be part of his daughter's life. It was difficult, but we managed to find a co-parenting situation that worked best for us. However, It required a lot of sacrifice on my part. Jane was adamant she wanted to continue her career and therefore needed childcare from when the baby was a few weeks old. She was nervous about daycare, so my husband said that I would have to give up my job to take care of her, as I made the least money between us. We have her one week, Jane has her the next. So, I'm basically a full-time stepmom one week and a babysitter the next. The second and probably biggest sacrifice is that my husband has only ever wanted one kid. This is it for him. He has said he would consider a second child, this time with me, when his daughter is a little older. But it was important. I accept that he might decide that he doesn't want another ever. As someone who has always wanted to be a mother, this was hard, but I have had a privilege of watching my stepdaughter grow, and I wanted my marriage to work. A few months ago, my husband got invited to his brother's wedding. His brother is marrying Jane's best friend, and she's a bridesmaid, so they planned to attend together, which would leave me taking care of my stepdaughter. Usually, this would be fine, as I love her very much, but the weekend of the wedding is also my birthday weekend, and my best friend had planned a trip away for both of us. I told my husband at that time, and he assured me he would talk to Jane about alternative childcare. Fast forward to last night, my husband casually tells me that Jane is not comfortable with anyone else looking after the daughter, so I will have to cancel my trip. The wedding is this weekend, so I told him there was no way I was letting my friend lose the money she spent on the trip. They had months to figure this out. I was going to attend my birthday trip, and they would have to decide which one of them missed the wedding. My husband got angry and told me I was an asshole if I made him miss his brother's wedding, because Jane had made it clear she was not compromising on attending. Things have been tense since, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm being selfish here. So, am I the a-hole? Top comments. Here's a comment from P-Phyllis. Oh, OP, not the a-hole, but you are being so thoroughly disrespected in your marriage. You have been cheated on, forced to deal forever with your husband's affair partner, forced to give up your job, forced into giving up having children. What has your husband had to give up throughout the situation? A situation he caused when he couldn't keep his dick in his trousers. You are 26. I'm saying this from a place of care. Please consider leaving him. Your life will not get better with this man. It will only get worse as he makes you cut off more pieces of yourself to fit into what he requires from you. That's not even getting into the age gap. Here's another comment from EJM9766. I agree, not the a-hole. This is a really messed up situation though. Screw them, go on your trip. It's their fault for failing to find childcare. Here's another comment from Boss Baby 33. Yeah, OP, what kind of relationship is that? Gets cheated on and he treats you like a slave, OP. Really, I would say leave OP. I am telling you from this my heart, leave. He doesn't deserve you. A-hole cheater, tell him to take care of his kid and not a-hole sis. Here's another comment from Intelligent Sunday 5. Go on the trip and don't come home. Not the a-hole. Honestly, just live. I know your husband has put you in a bad spot because he is financially abusing you, but leave now before it gets worse.